Hey there, welcome to the Luce Lemire channel, welcome to a reading. This is called Do They Still Think of Me? Do They Still Think About Me? Pick a card, air, pink, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, air, pink. And in the description box, you'll be able to see the timestamps for where your reading is. But before you do that, take a second, think about who it is you're thinking of. That you want to find out. If none of these resonate, or if none of these resonates, I have other videos you can check out, or you can just wait. If more than one resonate, see which one resonates the most and watch that one first, and then watch the second one, because that might tell you a little more information. If you don't think any of them resonate, but this will resonate at some point, go ahead and save this video somewhere. Share this with a friend who is too hard-headed to keeps wondering, but do they still think of me? You know, because sometimes it's hard to tell a friend from your mouth, but I can do it from my mouth. All right. Take a second, pick a card, and I will see you in your reading. Hey one, welcome to this reading. Do they still think of you? Do they really still think of you? Do they? Let's find out. What can number one do? Excuse me. I was thinking about something else. What is... Well, when it comes to number one's person, do they still think of number one? Do they still think of number one? Do they still think of number one? Wow. Do they still think of number one? Oh. It's kind of crazy. So, number one, it seems like you got the Hierophant, and you got the Lovers, and you got the other cards. Here's what I'm getting. Instinctively, intuitively, before I shuffled, the answer was no. But however, the cards are very much sort of pointing in the direction of a yes. And how that makes sense is perhaps on your end, you don't think they are. Perhaps nothing is happening in your world that tells you they are thinking of you, but they actually are. Heavily. And by that, I don't mean that they are... by that, it more so feels like they are... When they think about you, they're thinking about longevity. So if you're not in touch with this person, if you two, or you know, whomever this person is, you've been separated with them for quite some time, they might be feeling discouraged, either by what happened between you two, whatever your circumstances were, or by whatever the circumstances are, because I'm sensing like some distance here. It feels like it is their wish to reconnect with you. It's their wish to be in something more binding with you, something more long-lasting with you. They want to walk the future with you. They don't want to be alone anymore. So when they think about you, number one, they're thinking about you as number one, right? Like, if they were to choose, they would choose you to walk with in this life hell, okay? It's just there's some major discouragement, but they don't want to be alone anymore. And if they haven't yet made a move, something is definitely stopping them. Whether this is for you to reach out to them, I don't think so. I feel like if this is something that they are thinking of, they have to take that action, because it looks like there's a little bit of doubt and they're still figuring things out. I feel like they know what they want with you. They know they want to walk with you, but they still have a little bit of niggling doubt. And so they may be wishing that something helps them move them along, or they may be saying, oh, if it's meant to be, it'll be, but they still sort of think about taking action to actually make this a reality, but there's definitely something stopping them. So do they think about you? Yes. Does it look like it's radio silence or nothing at all from your perspective? If that's what's happening for you, or you just think no, then yeah, it makes sense why you would think that. Simply because they may not, they may have walked away from engaging. But if you're, looking at readings for shits and giggles and this is like your partner, then yeah, your partner still thinks about you and your partner wants to go the distance with you. They don't want to be alone. It's just there's some sort of obstacle that's getting in the way, and it could be an obstacle of just the world, the like external circumstances that can't be moved by, that seem like they can't be moved. But I feel like things will be shifting soon. Someone here is gonna take a step. So, are they thinking about your number one? Yes, in some very strong terms. Whether they're thinking about you every day on the day, every day on the hour, that's neither here nor there. But when they do think of you, it's like very meaningful. So, good luck with this one. I wish you everything. If you'd like a personal reading, please look at the description box for what that looks like with me. And I wish you everything. Keep your light on and good luck. Don't forget to like the video if this helped so it can help someone else. Alright, thank you very much. Bye. Keep your light on and good luck. Hey Air, how are you? Do they still think about you? Do they? Do they really? Can we know? Do they still think about you? Do they still think about you? Let's see. Do they still think about Air? Do they still think about Air? Oh, that's very interesting. Do they still think about Air? Oh my gosh. First off, yes, they do. Okay. Yes, they do. And they want to come towards you. They are getting out of their head. They are slowly getting out of their head. Surely getting out of their head. They're feeling a little bit more like themselves, or at least once they feel a little bit more like themselves, once they get out of whatever circumstances are keeping them away, or if they are away, they certainly think about you and they want to come to you. They want to come home. For some of you, that's really resonates. They want to come home. They want to come towards you. They want to tell you some things, and they definitely think about you. There may be some I don't know if it's slowness or steadiness or a sense of like shyness around them wanting to come towards you, or how they want to come to you, because it really kind of seems like when they come to you, they want to come correct. It's not really a matter of whether they're thinking about you. Like, yes, they are thinking about you, and they're thinking quite a bit about you. You're on their mind, and they're ready to take many action towards you and really just sort of come at you, you know, in a love bomby type way, sort of. Not really, but by that I mean they want to come towards you in a heavy way, right? Like in a very clear, I am coming towards you, I am coming correct, I am coming right, this is where I want to be, and it's almost like they want to open their doors to you, but more so hopeful that you will open their doors to them because you are where they want to be in. So I think this time around they really might be coming correct, they might be coming sincere, they might be coming a little shy, but yeah, they're definitely thinking about you. Good luck with this one. Let me know how this goes or what the situation is around this, because that's intriguing. But whatever was that was stopping them is not there anymore. There was definitely a challenge, and it may have been themselves in terms of their minds, their thought process, what was stopping them from doing the thing or saying the thing or being more upfront about certain things. But they're definitely coming towards you, and I would like to think they're coming to clear things up, make sure you know what's up, make sure you know that this time things are going to be different. This time things are going to be on the up and up. Because it almost seems like maybe in the past there was a bit of in and out type energy, but this time I feel like they really want to come correct. So good luck with that one. That's sweet. That's sweet. Good luck. Okay, I wish you everything. If you liked this, go ahead and like it. Let me know in the comments what your situation was again, and if you'd like a personal reading, the information for that is in the description box below. Keep your light on, honey, and good luck. Hey, number 2, do they still think of you? Do they still think about you? Do they still think about you? Do you cross their mind? Let's see. Let's find out. Do they still think about 2? Do they still think about 2? Do they still think about 2? Yeah. So here's the thing. I have a couple of the same cards here, like 2 of the same cards here, from different decks. So this, to me, from just even the tarot when it came out, was giving me the same message that the oracle cards are sort of just impressing. Do they still think about you? To answer that question, yes, but sorry, there was an interruption. I don't remember what I was saying. So I'm just gonna start over with that one. I apologize. So the message that I'm getting here, there's a lot. Hold on 1 second. It looks like they do think about you in a way, but it's in a way that it's like, let bygones be bygones. Things between you two may have ended. Things between you two may have been finalized. Things between you two may have been stopped. Things between you two could be dead. But there's this sort of, in this, it doesn't seem to be in an animosity type of way, at least not as much anymore, if that used to be the case. It's almost like a let bygones be bygones. Things are what they are. It is what it is. It's over. But who knows? In the future, perhaps there could be an opening for, you know, cordiality, acquaintanceship. Right now, it kind of seems like they might be keeping to themselves, and maybe even more so learning from the past, learning from their relationships, maybe taking some stock, some personal time to figure themselves out and how they are in maybe the type of relationships they have, or the type of world they want, or just really thinking about themselves in a very reflective type of way, which sometimes, we all enter into these states of being where we're very self-reflective. What is it that I want from my life? What kind of people do I want in my life? If there would be some type of resurrection in your whatever it was, it would be up to neither one of you. It wouldn't be orchestrated heavily. It would be something that more or less happened by chance. And by that, I mean it's not where you listen to this and then you go, hey, let me reach out. It could be, but it's more so one of those things where someone says, oh, hey, I heard this thing is going on in your city. I hope you're okay. I hope the family's all right. Or, something like that. Something that isn't so heavily orchestrated. Something more so natural. Because it seems like whatever past you guys had, there were some, I don't know, demons that were awoken, or some bad habits, or some sort of behaviors that were unsavory or something. But I think if that's not really the case, what I can say for sure is that this person is sort of laying their own demons to bed. They're really focusing on themselves, and I don't think they can help that. It's almost like their circumstances in the world, their circumstances in their external life, their circumstances as a whole, regardless of what happened or didn't happen between you two, or what is happening, whatever your situation is, they are focusing on being, not even focusing does not feel like the right word. It feels like they are in an incubator. Like, when you're in an incubator, it's not even like you're focusing on hatching. It's not like you're focusing on growing. Like, you are just forced to. Like, I'm trying to avoid saying that, but they're being forced to. But it's not a forçation, like you have to, holding someone's head down. It's just all the conditions in their world are just pointing in one direction, and that's in themselves. If that makes sense. So this is, I like this message for them. I don't know what your deal is with them. Maybe you're rolling your eyes, but they are, for now, they've put to bed whatever you guys had, and maybe walk by that door, and when they do, it's just sort of like, okay, what's here is done. If there ever will be something that time will tell. It's open in a way, but right now, they're really just sort of taking care of number one in the most gentlest way. They're trying to be gentle with themselves and trying to learn about themselves and trying to be there for themselves. So, that's good for them. I wish them luck. I hope they're doing all right, because they might be going through some things as well. Many changes in their life that are going to be for the better. But sometimes, those types of changes they don't feel the best in the moment. But so far here, they're being supported, at least in spirit, to carry out that transformation. So, good for them. Pray for them. I hope you're okay. I hope this served you in some type of way. Please like the video if it did, and so that other people who it can serve, it can reach them according to the algorithm. If anything, please let me know what your situation is in the comments, because that's always nice to know and see the parallels between other people's stories and the numbers they picked. That's always fun for me. I wish you everything. I really do. If you'd like a private reading, personal reading, the information for that is in the description box below. And keep your light on, honey, and good luck. Hey, number 3. Do they still think of you? Do they still think of you? Can you see your number? Do they still think of you, number 3? Do they? Do they? Do they still think of number 3, please? Do they still think of number 3, please? There might be something here about May 24th. If that's of meaning for you to you. Alright. Do they still think of number 3? I'm going to say not much, or not really. They are not really thinking much about you, but they are thinking about themselves and their life and partnership for themselves in their life. They want to do right for themselves and their future. They're really thinking about opportunities, maybe money. Excuse me. This is kind of personal, but they might be looking at sort of rogue opportunities in their life. Either if they think about you, they just kind of think about you as an opportunity that was fun while it lasted, but wasn't really good for them all the way through. You know, it was something that maybe nurtured them in some way, but it's not something that they would go back to, or something that they would go back to. Like, not to say, and I really mean this, not to say that you were a mistake, but like, whatever happened between you two was a mistake, but it's more so like, whatever happened between you two or didn't happen between you two, or whatever it was that this sort of energy is about, and you might know a little bit more, and I'd be interested to know, please leave me a comment. Maybe an interaction or whatever between you two was not something they would want to do again. They weren't maybe in their right mind when they were doing that, or they knew that it wasn't really for them to be doing. So this is almost like, excuse me, this is almost like someone who is a good, and not to say that not to say it like this, but this is almost like someone who is a good boy, who then becomes an F boy, and they know that they're not an F boy, they are a monogamy boy, and they made a mistake trying to live that F boy life when that's really not who they are. Something like that. And maybe they did that F boy thing with you, and they're just like, that wasn't me, I don't want to do that again, that's not who I am, I don't even want to see this person because it reminds me of like the stuff I did. If this is like, in terms of like a female, this could be a female who maybe did something for the sake of money, and they tried to be that, you know, in exchange for some perks, but then they just kind of are not that person, or they're not cut out for that life, and they just really feel a sense of shame. Like, there's I don't know, there's something about that. Like, it's something that helped them, it's like it nurtured them in some way, but it's not something that they would go back to. It's not something that, it's something that wasn't terrible in terms of like the experience. It's just also the experience is something that they go, that was not for me. I will not be doing that again, and I don't even want to see anybody that was related to that because it reminds me of that whole thing, and I don't, nope, that's not what nope, I'm not doing it. Something like that. So anyway, in terms of this person, there is a different story here that tells me something, that perhaps what they are thinking about isn't right for them. At least not right for them for the long term. So I hope they're okay. They're not listening to this, but I don't know how to get that message to them if that's the case. Yeah, they might be sort of instinctively doing something that is against their instinct, but because they feel that they're in a corner, they want to do it because it looks like an opportunity. And sure enough, it is an opportunity. It's just maybe not an opportunity that is for them to do, or it's very premature to do it. It's not the right time for it. And it's almost like it's a mistake if they do it. Or again, this could be sort of what they think about what happened between y'all. Okay. I will leave this here. Will I? I think I will. I will leave this here. If you'd like a personal reading, please hit me up. That's going to be in the description box. All that information is there. If another one of the readings caught your eye, definitely do that. Check out the rest of my channel to see if there's anything that can flesh this out for you more. What else? If this helped in some sort of way, it may not have been the message that you would have wanted to hear, but if this helped in some sort of way, please go ahead and leave it a like, and maybe it could help someone else if they find it. Let me see something if you're still here. Yeah, it's the same story of, you know, not all things that look good are for you. You know, not all things that are convenient are for you. So if this is what they think, I would say if they think about you like this, they enjoyed the time with you, but it's not something that they would want to go back to. Or whatever you guys were involved in is not something that they would want to go back to, right? If this is what they think about you, or if they think of you. So that is my answer. That is what I'm seeing. I will stop here. So keep your light on, my friend. Good luck, and keep your light on. Bye-bye. Hey, Pink. What do they think of you? What do they think of you? What do they think of you? What do they think of Pink? What would you do? What do they think of you? Okay. Interesting, interesting. What do they think of Pink, please? What do they think of Pink? Or do they think of Pink? Okay. Do they think of you? It's a little bit complicated. It's almost like they don't want to think of you. You guys seem to have some kind of it really does seem like they almost don't want to think about you, or they don't like thinking about you, but they can't really help it for whatever reason. Maybe things are still fresh, maybe things are still whatever. Things are still a little bit, things between you were a bit immature, they were a bit fantastic, as in fantastical, as in a fantasy, and not really real or tangible, or it couldn't, I don't know if it's last, or it couldn't be real. It was just sort of like a moment, and now that moment is maybe gone, or that moment is going, or that moment is just what it was. It was over there, but not here. There's something about that here. And it's almost like this person, though, their mind can't help but drift back and forth, right? It's like they do think fondly of the fond moments between you two, or whatever your situation is here between you. But they also, it's almost like, you know, when you're at the office, or when you're doing work at your place of work, or when you're driving, and you need to focus on what it is that you need to focus on, the road ahead, the thing you're working on, and then a rogue thought just kind of enters your mind, and then you have to like go, oh no, you know, that cartoon head shake where you're shaking this thing out of your head. It's kind of like that. It's like thoughts of you, or whatever was between you two, will enter their mind, and it almost feels like they're trying to police that. I do get a feeling that they don't want to think about you, but can't really help it. And I don't feel like it's a malicious, I don't want to think about this person. It's just almost like it's too much to handle in a way, you know? It's almost just like it's a lot to think about. It's too much to think about. Too much to think about in terms of thinking about you, and also balancing the world, or balancing the not being able to be what it was before. Like there's something fantastical, something, I don't know, not too, like, something maybe too good to be true, something that, like, something, the bubble has burst and you can't go back to the bubble, and it kind of just hurts to not be back in that bubble. So why continue thinking about it? Because while the bubble has some really nice fond moments, you're not in the bubble anymore, and maybe you can't get back to the bubble anymore, and the bubble is gone, and it's almost just too much of a burden to even think about the bubble. However, the bubble still feels nice. At least memories of the bubble still feel nice, but, you know, someone trying to navigate themselves between what was and what is, or at least what was and what they would like it to be. Just kind of being also a little bit confused about things, like a little bit lost, not knowing which way is up and which way is down, you know? Yeah, you know, the Lovers in reverse. It seems like some bubble was burst. It seems like something isn't what it used to be for whatever reason. And maybe someone trying to walk away and not think about things as much anymore, you know, to no longer take action, or to no longer sort of have this reckless abandon. There is something fantastical about this. So, let me know what the tea is. Okay? Let me know in the comments what this was, or is, or what you think, because that would be very interesting for me. And if you'd like a personal reading, please go ahead and check the description box for information on that. And if you want to check out the rest of the readings on the page, please do. I have a ton of readings that are still very, 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 very valid. All of my readings are still hot fire and relevant. And if this one resonated, the others will as well. So keep your light on, my friend. Good luck. And if the video helped, like it so other people can find it and maybe get their insight as well. Thank you. Good luck.